Gonna grab a glass of water.
Yeah. I should probably do the same, but yeah, I'm not gonna.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How is everybody?
All right, yourself?
All right, yes. All good.
Hello.
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 Where's your backdrop, Tim?
Well, that was just an experiment. It didn't really give me much room, that backdrop. That was the problem.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm going to work on it. It might come back.
Got some good news and some bad news, Tim.
Hey?
Good news and bad news.
What is it?
Good news is I've done my form videos.
All right, good.
Bad news is I don't think it's going to go on YouTube, and I don't think it's going to go on Dropbox or something like that. It's a bit big.
It's too big. It'll go on YouTube. YouTube will take anything.
The videos are over a gig.
They're all what?
They're over a gig, and I think that there's a size limit on YouTube, isn't there?
No, you can upload hour-long videos to YouTube. It just takes a bit of time.
I don't mean the duration. I mean the file size. The file size is too large.
What, even for YouTube?
I think there's a 50 megabyte cap. I don't know. I'll have a look anyway later, and I'll see.
You should be able to get a file up to YouTube. Just put it up as unlisted. That way, it's not public.
Yeah.
That's one way of doing it. Dropbox is another way.
It worked out on Dropbox. That much is concerned because the free Dropbox account is 2 gigabyte. I've got 2 videos, and both of them are over a gig each.
Right.
The last time I uploaded a video to YouTube, it had a 50 megabyte cap limit on it. I don't know what it is like now. This was ages ago. This was 2017 when I did this. But it was 15 megabyte limit. I don't know if they've changed that. But I'll have a check and see.
Yeah. The other thing you can do is try and send it as an attachment
through an email.
Through a Gmail. No, it won't. But it will basically upload it to a server, and it'll send a link to that server, and then you give access to the person that you're sending it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got Google Drive?
I don't have a Google Drive now.
If you just get a Google account, you'll get Google Drive for free, and you can put you can got quite a lot of big files into that.
I've used that, and it's allowed me to do it.
How big space do you get in there?
Yeah, you get a few gig, a couple of gig, I think at least. You'll have enough space. I've put films on there and stuff for people, so you'll definitely have enough for your little video.
There was another option that I am sent a message about, Tim, as well. Well, yeah.
What's that, Dom?
There was another option that I sent a message about to you in regards a suggestion of getting this info over to you. But yeah, it might not work too well.
What was it? Remind me.
So if you've got Zoom on a PC, you can host a meeting and share your desktop with the people who are in the meeting. So you'd be able to share the desktop and show you the video, and then it'll also give us an opportunity to talk about what I didn't notice, what I did wrong. Yeah. I noticed I made a lot of mistakes. Well, yeah.
We could do that, yeah. We could do that in a separate meeting if you want, Dom, or we could do it here. I mean, we could share
meeting if that's all right. If that's okay.
Separate one.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Same thing, Bill. If you want to do a share screen on Zoom, you can just show me it, and that's another way of doing it, getting round. If you don't want to upload it as well, That's a way of getting around it.
Okay, so showing the screen because I've got it's not your problem to sort out, but I took the video on my phone.
Yeah.
And my Gmail won't email it.
Right.
So I am going to have to find some way of kind of using a middle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could organise a Zoom meeting just separately, and you can. And all you have to do is there's a share screen option. So if you look at your screen now,
yeah,
there should be a share screen option on the bottom of your panel.
Yeah.
I think that's only available on the PC. I don't know
Yeah.
if are you on the PC?
So you see video. Your video's on your phone.
Yeah.
All right. So you might be able to, if you access Zoom on your phone. I don't know if you've got a smartphone or not.
Yeah.
Or is it still a rotary dial one? Plugged into the wall.
You don't have shared desktop on the phone. You do on the PC.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. We can sort it out anyway. But yeah, I've tried sending files by Gmail, and Gmail will allow you to upload to what Mark was mentioning earlier, which was just you send a link in Gmail. So you just add it as an attachment, and it'll say file too big, and then it'll give you an option to send it via some sort of hosting that they have.
Okay.
Oh, Google Drive.
Google Drive.
Yeah. If you've got Google, have you got a PC or have you got a laptop?
Yeah, that's what this.
Right. Okay. Right. So if you just when you go into your Google, you get there's all the little sort of apps in there, isn't there? One of them's Google Drive, and then you can just upload files to that.
Okay.
I think if you go into your phone as well, and you say you got your video, you've got an option to share it, and I think you can share it to your Google Drive that way. So try that.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Tim.
The other alternative, Bill, is putting a video from your phone onto your laptop and using the shared desktop feature from your laptop.
You need to have a look at my laptop. I'll just wind it up.
Yeah, they got a handle.
All powered.
There we go. It's good for a minute.
So, are there any other technical support issues? But yeah, YouTube's your best bet, probably. If you don't mind uploading it to YouTube, just make it unlisted, and then you can send a link to that. But if you don't want to do that, Google Drive, and if you don't want to do that, we can organise a one-to-one Zoom call. So drop me an email of your availability, and we'll do it that way. And you can do a share screen and then play, but you need to be able to play it on whatever device you're using for the Zoom. So there we are, 3 options. Has everybody who hasn't put the video in yet? Mark, have you done one?
I haven't put it in yet. No, I did another one and I messed it up halfway through again.
The pressure's got to you.
Yeah, when I become self-conscious, then I make mistakes all the time. So
I know, it's funny, isn't it? It forces you to concentrate.
Yeah.
I was on tape 22 on Sim Hotel.
Also, I bought a punching bag. Am I supposed to put something inside this? It's got like.
Yeah, that's a wall bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can fill it with anything, from sand, ball bearings. The one in the class I use chickpeas and rice.
Oh right, I was going to put some old clothes in it, but you could. Does it have to be?
It might not be. Yeah, it might not be very solid. I mean, it depends on what they are, like old T-shirts or something. Might work.
So lentils will do, won't they? I've got a bag of lentils.
Lentils, yeah, lentils would be good. Or if you get dried chickpeas, they're a good consistency.
Okay.
Rice can work as well.
Right.
Hey, Richard.
Hi, you all right?
How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks, yeah. Thanks for the feedback, by the way.
Oh, yeah, how are you getting on with your first form?
All right, I think, yeah. Sort of working
pretty
through
good.
the feedback and trying to put things in, so.
Yeah. They look good.
Cool.
So, we'll we'll follow the same format as we have been doing, but if people want to work on anything particularly, obviously I'm doing a daily first form thing now on Facebook Live. If anybody wants to join me, that's going to be at 12:30 every day for just as long as it takes to do first form once. I'm going to start the 30-day first form challenge on Monday, so we're going to have a little bit of a run in. So if you've not done the challenge, now's a good time to start because we can all do it together. So all you have to do is turn on your computers at 12:30 and run through the pattern with me. Every time though, what we're going to do is try and make it a slightly bit longer each time. So the first one I did was yesterday, which was about 7 minutes, and that included a bit of faffing about. And then today it was 15 minutes. So what that means is your stances are going to get much stronger. So if we think of this over the next 30 days and we go a little bit longer, even just by a minute each day, by the end of the 30 days, we should be doing like half an hour in our stance kind of thing, if not more. So it's going to be tough, but feel free to join that. It'll do your stance a lot of good and your first form a lot of good as well.
Nice.
Okie dokie. Hi, Mohammed.
Hey, man.
How are you doing?
I just got in now. I totally forgot.
Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a warm-up. I'm just saying we'll start with the normal warm-up format, punches, and we'll go through first form. And if there's anything that people want to work on, we'll do that. We've got clapping for the NHS at 8, so we better get cracking. All right. Okay, feet together. Let's start this officially. And just twisting. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. That was my back cracking. Walking your feet out and down to your left. Other side. You're all on speaker, by the way, just so you know. Middle. Walking your feet out. Left again. And right. And middle. And walking your feet out. And left. And right. And middle. And lunging. So stretching down the inside of your legs, so your back foot is pointing out. And then onto your toe, stretching down the front of your leg. And on the other side, stretching down the inside of your leg. Onto your toe. And stretching down the front.
That's nice.
Back to the middle, left. And right. And middle. Okay. So left foot forward, just swinging your right arm backwards. And the other way. That's weird, I can hear the echo.
So it's probably my TV because I've got you on loudspeaker and on TV.
All right, yeah. Might be what it is. Other side.
I'm still rocking the iPhone SE, which is like an iPhone 5.
Is
So
it
small screen, hard to see it.
Are you watching this on
a
an
big 49 incher.
Right. Quit bragging. Both back. Forwards. And opposite directions. And change. And change. And shoulders backwards. Forwards. and shrugs. Looking left and right, side to side, forward and back, circle, both ways. Okay, feet circling your feet, one at a time, both ways, point, pull back, turn out, turn in, circle, and pull back. Pull your leg back, and up front, and other side, circle, both ways, and point, pull back, turning out, turning in, circle, and pull back, and up front.
Whee!
What was that?
I wasn't playing.
Feet together, circling your knees, both ways, and bend and skip back, and hugging your knees. Can't resist that one. Circling your knees, both ways, and touching your toes. All right, circling hips, both ways, and taking off. Okay, we're going to do some punches. Okay, everybody ready? Everybody's ready, just don't say anything. All right, so use your Kim Yin Ma. Make sure you work your stance, get into a deeper stance as possible. Okay, punching positions, single punches, one to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Threes, nice and relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sevens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just relax. Shake off your arms. Okay. So we'll do some turning techniques before we do first form. Okay. So we'll start with some turning punches. Okay. So remember the turning punches, hands are the same. The turn is moving you around the punch. So ideally, I don't know if you saw one of my training videos, but this would be quite a useful gadget if you could get a line in your front room, just a bit of string and a weight, because that can give you a center line. I'm going to use this just to kind of demonstrate it, but don't do it now, but maybe for next time, get a bit of string and a weight at the bottom of it, just so you've got a straight line, and it's really helpful for these punches. Okay, so this is our normal punch, which should be hitting the same spot each time. As we do a turn, what tends to happen is we end up having two targets, and we don't want that. We want the same target each time. So get a bit of string for next week, and just, I don't know, stick it to the ceiling with a drawing pin or something, so you've got that straight line to hit towards. Okay, so we'll do some turning punches. I'm going to use my string to demo it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just keep going with these. I'm just going to have a look. So make sure you're pivoting over your heels. Make sure you're dropping that front and down. So Mark, just exaggerate that drop of the punch a little bit more. So it looks a little bit like you're scooching around the side there from the video. So just exaggerate that front hand dropping, the back hand driving through. Same thing, Richard. Make sure you're dropping that front hand down, striking through, keeping your elbow in. That's better. So what we don't want for this is this to happen. That's the danger, because we're basically not controlling center line if we do that. So we want this to be driving forward, down center each time. So make sure you drop that front hand down to make that clearance for your turning punch. Hey, Richard.
Sorry, mate. It's in 20 minutes. Blooming waiting for my computer to do its thing again.
Oh no, nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate that. It always happens when you're in a rush as well.
Yeah. I'm here now.
Cool.
Chain punches.
Yeah, we've just done 1 million chain punches, so I'll just give you 5 minutes to catch up.
Excellent. I'll start
Yeah,
now.
so we're just doing turning punches, Richard, so just dive in.
Cool.
Okay, actually, we'll move on and do turning double pie jars now. So same thing, except we're turning 180 degrees. So obviously this is one, try and avoid looking at the computer. Try and get your head all the way around. So you're doing 180 degrees, okay? So 1 to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I find with these as well is try and think of striking with this. So almost what tends to happen is your feet will land and then your hands will land. So try and get into that mentality of trying to get this round first. Ultimately it's at the same time, but if you've got a lag in your arms, trying to get your arms round first will help catch that up. So ultimately everything should land together. But try and think of hitting with that reverse elbow. That will help you think of that and getting that elbow in coordinated with your feet. Mohammed just took your thumb in, you're dangling your thumb there. Yeah, so it's just hand position. Just try and make that as tight as possible. So it's nice and flat. That's it. Dom, you need to go a bit lower in your stance. I think it's just a bit unstable. So remember when we're doing our turns, this should look solid. It looks a little bit like wobbly.
I'm on a rug.
Hey? Yeah, all right, you're on a rug, yeah. See, the thing is, I can't see your feet from here. That's the problem.
So I've got this black rug thing on the floor going on. And
I'm
yeah,
on a wood floor, so
this high grounds are kind of making my feet slip from underneath me. One of the issues that I had with the gum curve earlier on. I could be lower though.
Okay, we're going to do some turning bong sounds next. So just square up. So Richard, you just missed this, but I've got a video on the Facebook group about using this as a tool.
Yeah.
And basically just a bit of blue tack and a piece of string and using it for turning techniques, striking to that center line.
okay.
But you can equally use it for turning bong sounds. So if
I did wonder why I had that there.
Hey?
I did wonder why that was there. I thought, is that sewing up this screen? What?
It's a split screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's also, you could use that if you didn't have a mirror as well for your center line, or you could run it down the middle of a mirror to help you with your first form. So I'm just using it for turning bong sounds. So if I were to do a normal bong, the wrist would be in center here. With a turning bong, often what people will do is throw the bongs to different spots. So remember, the bong goes to the same place. All that's happened is we're moving around that target. So same thing with your turning techniques. Make sure you're going forward to that same line rather than, like for punches, it would be, you could easily have two targets. So it's just kind of useful to have a reference point for where your arms are going.
Yeah.
So we'll start with turning right bong guard. So everybody should have a right bong sow and a backhand guard. Okay, and my weight is on my right leg. Okay, so we're just going to fold that bong sow all the way back to your chest, and then turning, project the other one all the way out with your guard on behind it. So fold that all the way back, weight on the left foot, projecting both hands forward into bong and guard. Folding back all the way back to your chest, and then turn, projecting all the way out. So we'll do one to each count, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is actually really, really good. I'm just watching myself in the screen there, but this piece of string is really helpful for the turns because I can line up that piece of string with my bongsa on my shoulder and make sure my head is moving either side of the string using Zoom. So if you don't have a mirror, you can use Zoom as a bit of a training tool. New training tool discovered. So yeah, just carry on with these. I'm just going to have a look at everybody.
I want to go outside and clap for the NHS if that's all right.
Oh yes, thanks, Dom. Yeah, we've got 2 minutes, so let's have a little break. Oh, you're using my string. Have you got it? I'm using my string to punch to. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah.
Come find it in Sainsbury's or Morrison's. This is weird.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry. We're right up to the hour nearly, so we've got 2 minutes left. But let's just take a little break. We'll have a break for a couple of minutes and do the clap for the NHS, and then we'll reconvene back here after that. Okay, guys.
Wait, catch in a second.
We'll see you in a sec.
Just barely warmed up.
Where's my pause? Oh, there's my.
People actually clapped today. There were loads out.
Loads where I am as well.
I went a bit mental and started my car up and started beeping on, read it out, and effectively.
Is everybody back?
No,
No.
it's still.
Rich is still out.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's crack on with these turning bong sows. I'm quite excited by this piece of string, as sad as that sounds.
Cat in a former life.
Yeah. It's just really useful for moving around for the turns as well, actually. I think it's using Zoom as well. It's quite good. So yes, turning bong and guard. So this is what we were doing. So I'm just running through that in own time. I'm going to have a look at everybody individually. Excuse me. Thank you. So Richard Ashton, project that bong much further forward. So what we're doing with the bong is reaching out for a contact.
Okay.
Yeah, so more like out there. So again, same thing there. So you've got it almost like a block. Think of it as like
It's like a round arm.
yeah. So your elbow is slightly bent, but only slightly. What we don't want, it's not a block. We're kind of reaching out to get a contact. That's kind of what we're doing with the bong sow. So project it out almost as far as you can without locking your arm. That's it, more like that, yeah. And the hand, we want to turn the hand away from us so it's facing away. That's better, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you want a higher bong. So your bong wants to be much higher than that. So if you've got a piece of string, aha,
I have.
good work. Or is that dental floss?
No, it's got a plane on it. I don't know.
Cool. So yeah, so if you're looking at a mirror, or you could say the Zoom video screen, you should be able to see your fingertips and the heel of your palm above and below your wrist. Yeah, so your guard there, Ben, is a little bit too high, so it's here. That's better. So you should be able to see your guard hand through the wrist of the bong sow.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Miles
That
better.
is, yeah, that's a lot easier actually.
Lift that bong sow up. So here, lift the bong sow up, drop the guard down. That's it. Then split the difference. Go back halfway. So I should be able to see the tips of your fingers as well, of your backhand. Yeah, but move it the other direction. Yeah.
So okay, that.
That's it. Lift your guard hand up. So if that's your bong and guard, that's it.
Yeah.
And then project your bong sow out. That's it. Perfect. That's your perfect position. And then you're folding all the way in and projecting all the way out. Folding all the way in, projecting all the way out. It's just getting used to the movement of this position. Obviously, I can't see anybody's feet, but you should be turning on your heels. We'll just add that in. Everybody knows that. Mohammed, just lift your guard hand up there, Mohammed. Higher, yeah. So I can see the whole of your guard hand there. What I should be able to see is, see my video? You should be able to see the fingertips and the heel of your palm, above and below. That's better, perfect, yeah. Hi Ian, how are you doing? I'm using your string. Oh, sorry, internet was down. Hi. Trying to read the chat now. Okay, let's just see.
Yeah, sorry, Tim. Had a few issues. I'm here now.
Ah, well done. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
We're just doing turning bong and guard. Okay, Dom, so what I want you to do is, with the bong sow, let this guard and let this bong fold all the way back, just so you're going through the full movement of the position before projecting both hands forward. So what you should see is bong coming all the way back, bong and guard going all the way forward. Bong coming all the way back, bong and guard going all the way forward. So we've got this similar to your punch. Really, you've got one hand forward, one hand back like this, but you're just using it in a different way. So your bong folds and then both hands project. Bong folds, both hands project. It's almost like you're pushing that hand forward each time. So this is reloading and pushing, reloading and pushing, reloading and pushing. Okay. Same thing, Ian. Let this bong sow hand come all the way back to your chest first, then project it all the way forward, just so you've got that whole range of motion. Don't know if you can see that. Let me see my video there. Oh, that's better. I've got a grid view there. Mark, make sure, Mark Lees, make sure your elbow is higher than your wrist on the bong. So at the moment, it's almost like you're doing a kind of a block position with a bit of tension in it. Just relax that. So imagine this is a door hinge and this is swinging. So we have this kind of thing. And we're projecting it out, collapsing it in, projecting it out, collapsing it in. That's it, that's better. And everybody make sure your palm is facing away from you with the bong sow. Collapse, project, collapse, project. So I'm just going to go through this step by step from the side position so everybody can see. So get rid of that. So we've got bong and guard. So my guard hand is level with my elbow here. Okay, from the front, it looks like that. So we should have, see the fingertips and the heel of my palm. And from the side, it looks like that. It's almost a locked out straight arm, but there is a fold in it, and my elbow is higher than the wrist. And then from there, let that collapse all the way back to your chest. So then we're in this position, the guard hand hasn't moved, and then we're turning, projecting both hands forward. And we go back to this position on the other side. That's the front view, that's the side view. So I'll just do it without the turn from the side. Make sure the elbow's higher than the wrist. So it's collapse, project. Let's just do it without the turn. Everybody, if you turn side on to your laptop and just copy me. So we've got collapse this all the way in and then projecting all the way out. Collapse all the way in, project all the way out. So we've got a collapse and then a project, collapse. So just run through this without the turns, and I'm going to just have a look. Just because there's lots of detail in this, it's going to really help. So we've got collapse the bong, project both.
What
was that?
harder without the turn in some respects.
Yeah, it is actually, especially if you've done a lot with the turn. So, Mohammed, you need to project it forward. Your bong is here. So remember, with the bong, we're asking for a contact. So we don't want it right next to our chin. We want it as far away as possible. So we can then, we've got more time to do something with it. So project that bong so it's almost a straight arm. That's it, perfect there, that's better. That's good, Bill. Good, Ben, yeah. That's good, Mark. Just don't rush that backhand coming in. So just exaggerate this, 1, 2. Exaggerate the drop of the backhand all the way back onto your chest. Just so you've got used to the full range of that. That way it's easier to tighten it up later. So let it drop all the way back and then all the way forward. So your backhand should be traveling forward each time. So I've got my backhand travels forward with the front hand. Fold, both hands travel forward. Fold, both hands travel forward. Good, Dom. Make sure the wrist is lower than the elbow on the bong and relax your hand. There's a little bit too much tension in your forearm. And your fingers are tight together. So that even though we're projecting this bong forward, think of it like we're throwing a fishing line out. So if there's too much tension in it when we make a contact, we won't be able to use it. So we want to project it forward, but it wants to be relaxed. Good, Richard. Good, Ian. Just project your backhand guard forward more, Ian. That's it, yeah. So we've got all the way back and then come forward with your guard, all the way back and then forward. Richard Ashton, just project that bong sow forward a bit more. So reach that bong sow forward as much as you can. That's it. And then we'll add the turn in. So add the turn as well now. Yeah, make sure that make sure your elbow's higher than your wrist. So this should be the position looking from the front, and this should be the position from the side. This is from the front. So wrist in center. This is from the side. Who'd have thought this would be what we were doing 2020?
Couldn't make it up.
Couldn't make this up, could you? No.
No.
No, 6 months ago.
Please no. Please no. We need the class back, don't we?
I know, we do.
This is tough. It's good though, because it does give us an opportunity to look at things in a different way, and that can always be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to go back to basics.
Yeah, I mean, just the detail of stuff is really useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's have a rest from that, and we'll run through some first form. Is there any questions, by the way? Anything anybody wants to cover?
No.
I'm happy to go over if people want to do a little bit longer, but I mean, originally this was just going to be an hour, but you know, if people want to get off, that's fine, but I'm happy to carry on as well. So it depends what you guys have got planned. Your busy calendars.
Amazing rock star lifestyle, you know.
You're not going out, I know that.
Not going out anywhere.
Unless you're working on the front lines in the NHS or in the supermarkets.
Movie night.
Movie night. Is anybody still working?
Don't have a choice, no, I'm not working. No.
Just me then. Am I the only worker?
You're a front liner now, Ben.
No.
I'm working as well.
You're working, aren't you, Richard? Yeah, how's it going?
We're waiting to get redeployed. So I could be delivering off medicine and equipment and things like that. So
Wow.
in any time soon.
Yeah.
So I'm just standing by and waiting for the call, basically.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I signed up to that NHS, what do you call it, volunteers, but they never got back to me. I'm still pending according to the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've got a backlog, so they're struggling to get through people.
Are they? Oh yeah, I was thinking maybe they just didn't need us yet. So, but
Are you working, Tim?
I've got an online business, so I suddenly got very busy, strangely. So yeah, I've got a lot of people who I had a phone call today. I'm answering emails and stuff like that. So yeah, there's suddenly a much bigger demand for people wanting to learn how to run online businesses. So yeah, not too much so, but yeah, in a good way, really, for me. That you know, useful.
Make the most of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so shall we crack on and do a little bit of Sulim Tao? Sulim Tao. Okay. So try and get as low as you can in your stance. That's kind of the theme of the daily classes that I'm doing now on the Facebook Live at 12:30 is trying to extend the time period with which you're doing your form to give yourself more of a training workout. So left fist, punch, locking out and stretching your wrist. Right fist, punch, locking out, stretching your wrist. So left hand sow, concentrate on the arm that's moving, relax as much as possible. So another way to think of this is you can think about the two joints expanding. So you're expanding your shoulder joint and your elbow joint collectively. So if you've got the timing right, those two is much more powerful than doing them independently.
Tim, do you know the right hand? You want to keep that relaxed as well?
This hand, yeah, make sure it's in this same position.
Yeah.
But relax it as much as you can.
I don't know if anyone's like me, but I find myself clenching that when we're doing this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can relax, just maintain your position. So you'll naturally use more tension and energy than you need. So obviously, the more you do this, the more that will dissipate. So we're on to Wu Sao, hard hand. And dropping into first fox owl. Second fox owl. Third and final fox owl. So inside pack. back to center, jig Chun, lock out, stretch, and pull back. Other side. Turns out, round into Wu Sao. Back to guard down position, dropping into Fox Sao. As soon as you can, get your elbow in. This is first Fox Sao. Second Fox Sao. What was that second?
This is second thing.
This is second, thanks. Second Fox Sao. And third and final Fox Sao. Make sure you've got your backhand pulled back. So inside pack, back to center, jig Chun, straight palm, locking out, wrist stretch, squeeze and relax and pull back. Second section, explosive energy. So left hand first, relax all the way, energy on the end, and then relax after. Bring your hands up, round to the back. Double strike with your heel, back to your body. Round, tight, round to your side. Fingertips up. Double strike in front, left on top. So double Fox Sao. Should be able to see your fingers using your peripheral vision here. So don't fully lock out your arms. Back to Lan Sao, right on top. So on this, dropping the elbows in, sinking forearms down. That's Jump Sao. Tan Sao, lap. Just little punches of energy and Bu. Bend from the wrist and lock out your arms. Go all the way down to your hips and then all the way up to your shoulders. Rotate and stretch your wrists and squeeze, relax and pull back. Third section, outside pack. So it should be out in front of your body, not to the side like the first section. Side palm, lock out, wrist stretch and pull back. Outside pack Sao, side palm, locking out, wrist stretch. Tan Sao. So this garn goes over your thigh, so it should be over your leg, your upper leg. Scooping back into center line. Yun Sao, keep the elbow down, don't retract the arm, forward strike with the low palm. Locking out, lifting, stretching. So we've got Tan, Garn Sao, over the leg to simulate the turn, scooping back into center, Yun Sao, low palm, lock your arm, lift, wrist stretch. Bong, Tan, palm, locking out, wrist stretch. Bong, Tan, palm, locking out, and wrist stretch. Gan Sao into the center this time. Back of the hand, top of your forearm, striking down. 1, 2, 3. Punches. 1, 2, 3. Locking out and wrist stretch again. And close your stance. So you should be able to feel that in your legs. I don't know how long we probably did 15 minutes there, was it? Nearby?
Feel it in my legs and my knee.
Yeah.
What?
That's good. You got a good workout.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I've been doing that pretty much all day.
So yeah, I'm doing these live every day. If anybody wants to join me, feel free. We're going to build up the time period over the next 30 days or so. So do feel free to join in on those or just watch them as a guide.
Did you say 12:30, Tim?
12:30 every day on Facebook Live in our private Facebook group.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's 8:30. We can run over a bit. Is there any questions anybody want to go through? Anything anybody wants
There's
to go
one
through?
thing. So when we do our garn at the end of the third section,
Yeah.
is the hand like that or like that?
Yes, good question. This came up the other day, Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Steve was asking about this. So garns should be level with the forearm really. A gum, third section. So sorry, second form when we're doing the kicks, we're actually doing a gum, not a garn. So it's a different movement. So that's kind of a difference. The gum would be pinning. I mean, gum means pinning, and garn is splitting block. So the garn hand position. Technically, it should be, yes, level with your forearm, but you might see people with a relaxed hand if they're being lazy. But yeah, technically, in the form, this should be in the same line as your forearm whenever you're doing a garn sow. If you see it like that, someone's been lazy. If it's that, it's a pinning hand. So that's a gum. So in second form, when we're doing our kicks, and then we're turning gum, it's similar to position to garn, but it's a different movement. So this is for a straight kick, and we're deflecting with a gum sow. This is a garn sow, and we're blocking like that, as opposed to this.
So the hand is actually to the side of it as well as straight, like so.
Say again.
So is the hand to the side of it as well as straight with the forearm, like so, rather than like that? Like
Yes, yes. So your palm is facing you with a garn sow. Garn sow is splitting block. Technically, this is high garn, this is low garn. So this would be a low garn sow. But yeah, from the front, this would be facing towards me. From the side, it looks like this at a 45-degree angle. Yeah. And if we go through if we look at the third section, we've got, one of them is going to be here. So if I just screen, one of our garns is here. So when we're doing tan, garn, scooping tan, yun, sow, low palm, this garn sow is over this leg, and that's to simulate the turn, that we've done a turn, whereas technically it would be in center line, really. So there's a couple of times that appears in the form. The other one is the outside pack, which appears over here, and again, with a turn, this brings it back into center. So apart from the inside pack, when you find yourself overcommitting or going across the center line, not controlling this line, it tends to mean you've turned. So what we're training in our first form is that understanding of our center line and dominating that straight line. And when you see the hand going across, it usually means we've got a turn involved. But obviously you can't turn because it's a static form. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anything else?
So when you do the low palm, do you put any energy into your hand? Because for some reason I feel like I'm wanting to sort of use my fingers to put some energy in, but is it literally just sort of?
Yes, good question. You're referring to this part, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because there's only this much travel, so it feels like, oh, I can't really get much power in that.
Yeah.
And you'd be right, you can't. But remember, you're training a blueprint. It's like principle based. So even though you can't get much power in this, you don't want to withdraw that or try and generate power in any other way, because obviously this isn't about power. This is about learning principles and center line. So yes, imagine somebody's hand here as well. So if you're doing that or retreating, then they've already hit you. But in terms of trying to generate power, don't worry about that, because it's not incredibly powerful, this. But obviously if I were to turn or step with it, or if I had a weapon in my hand, it would change things. So think of the form as a blueprint rather than actually practical fighting system, and take the principles from the moves rather than the moves themselves. And in this case, it would be, yeah, that doesn't look incredibly powerful, and it might not be, but it's principle. Think of it like that.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, and it might be, you can actually, I mean, Bruce Lee, his 1-inch punch was that same movement.
Was it?
But obviously he used his whole body as well. So if you're fighting with your whole body, which isn't first form, you'd be able to put more power into that little movement, and you wouldn't have lost the ground, So yeah, don't worry too much about that. Try and relax, explode that energy on the end, then lock out, and then lift and stretch. Good.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Anything else? Is anything anybody wants to cover particularly? We've done a bit of turning, and we've done punches, we've done first form. I kind of tempted to go back to the turns because there was some stuff in the turns that perhaps needed a bit of work.
There was something in a turn that we did a week of saw back, where we did a punch and sal at the same time whilst turning, and I was finding it rather difficult to do that.
Punch and tan.
Well. Punch and tan, yeah.
Okay, well that's a good thing. We can go through that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to use my piece of string.
How long is it?
Wouldn't you like
twice as long, then either end to the middle.
Roughly about that long. Give or take.
I think we've got 2 Kung Fu dogs on Ian's.
Hey?
We've got 2 Kung Fu dogs on Ian's. Oh.
Where am I looking?
Yeah, they're studying to protect themselves on the streets. Look, you can see she's pathetic anyway. Look at the state of that.
New pupils. Can they do the turns?
Yeah,
oh,
but
they're
probably not.
Spaniels.
Yes, Cocker Spaniel, and she's a mix.
They're awesome dogs. We saw one in the park today. Cool. So we're going to do some turning punches then. So if you're lucky enough to have a piece of string, just line it up. So remember, normal punches, we're down to our center line. We're going to do a turn. Let's just do turning punches for a little bit, just so we can understand this better. So just dropping that front hand down, turning through with your backhand. All right. So turning punches, 1 to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. I'm going to just have a quick look. Dom, you've got 2 targets. You need a piece of string.
I'm using my phone, and man's covering my phone on each one. Weird.
I've definitely got 2 targets there. Make sure your knuckles are hitting the same spot each time. So it's only tiny, but you can see it through the camera.
Let's see if I can find something to use.
Mark, you need to use your turn a bit more. Your head isn't moving. So remember, the turn, you're moving each time. So when you're doing your turning punch, you're moving around this spot. So if I just did a turn, that would be my target, staying put. But I'm moving around it.
It's really hard, this, actually. It's harder than I thought. I hit with 2 hands, 2 fists. Then.
Yeah, it's... you're improvising with a broomstick. Good work. So yeah, it's a really good idea to have a target of some sort. Then you can line yourself up properly, because it's quite easy to get it wrong if you don't. If you just punch it into the air, it's quite easy not to have that same target. So
use the web camera if you want, the front web camera.
Yeah, I'm using the camera and my laptop. It seems to work.
I use the lens.
Yeah, you could do that. That's good.
Use the lens.
Use a lens in your camera. Depends what you've got. If you're using a phone, might not work as well. That's better, Dom. Yeah. So I'm going to pin that video. Where is it? So yeah, if you've got that spot, if you're using a mirror or your laptop for your image, the turn should move you around so that lines up with your shoulder. So this will be useful for you, Mark, because although you were turning, your head was doing that. Right. So make sure maybe more of a sync would. So it's good to exaggerate this a little bit even when you're learning it, because naturally we try and do as little as possible. So we'll actually drift towards not doing very much. So if you exaggerate it, each time you turn, make sure you're moving around this target. Okay, so that's the first thing. So we'll add the other hand in now. So we've got turning, tan, and punch. Okay. Okay, 1 to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just realise it doesn't help to punch the string because it moves it everywhere. So keep going with this. I'm just going to have a look at everybody. That's good, Richard. Just Richard Ashton, just tighten up your tan sow a little bit closer to your tan to your punch. Yeah, so rather than here, just tighten it up a little bit so it's more like here. That's it. That's it, Dom. That looks spot on, Dom.
Thank you.
Just try not to retract.
It was easier than I did the other day.
Yeah, well, it's quite useful having a tool to aim at. So when you're doing this, try not to retract this too much. Because again, remember what we were just discussing, principle of first form was keeping this elbow here before we do this strike. Same applies here. Although we want a bit of forward travel on this punch, which means we have to draw it back a little bit, we don't want to draw it back too much. So little punch of energy on the end, little punch of energy on the end, but avoid drawing the elbows all the way back to the body. Keep them forward as much as possible. So it's a tiny punch of energy just on the end. Keep your elbows forward of your body so you're not losing that ground.
Yeah.
So Mark, your tan is a bit tight into your body. So your tan looks like that. Okay. Give it that structure. You want it to look like that because you've got 2 triangles then. So you've got the triangle here between your body and your upper arm and the triangle here. soon as you do that, you've lost one of them already. So it's much weaker. So make sure you got that shape in place for your turning tan and punch. So Mohammed, same thing. That's really good. Just try and avoid this big draw in and that just big expand out. Just try and make that smaller.
It's quite difficult, this one is.
It is, yeah. Hard work. Kung Fu means hard work.
Very hard work.
It's a good workout.
Oh, definitely.
Has everybody had their one outing of the day they're allowed to have?
Yeah, this is my third workout for the day.
Excellent.
I've been to the shops.
Into the shops. Hide in your 2 trips. Shops and exercise.
I haven't done any exercise today apart from this, but I've got like a bit of the gym in the attic, so
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
got some rings and a pull-up bar.
All right. Cool. That looks just.
Now who's bragging?
Hey.
Now who's bragging?
I know, making me jealous. I've got this pool as well in my cellar.
Yeah.
Koozie.
Got a helicopter pad in back garden.
Go through the keyhole. Who would live in a house like this?
David, it's over to you. So I guess it'd be a good idea to look at everybody's feet as well. So if you can angle your cameras down so I can see your feet, that'll be useful. I'll do the same with mine.
I'm going to move that now.
So we'll just do some turns. We'll just do some turns together because problems always crop up with footwork, and obviously these hands aren't going to work without a good basis of your feet.
It always used to help with us before, Tim, where you know, instead of doing the full turn, you used to stop at the centre as well sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, so slow it down, you mean. So let's run through the turns by the numbers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's try and do these as fast as we can. So basically it's a race to the end position. Okay, so with each count, try and get to the end position faster than everybody else. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Just keep going in your own time. Just going to have a look at everybody's feet. So Mohammed, sink your stance much lower. Just really try and sink your energy into the ground. Mark, a little bit wider and a bit deeper with your stance. That's it, much better. And just try and sink as low as you can. Ben, try and keep your hips forward. Ben, don't stick your bum out.
I've done too much exercise today, so my legs are already gone. That's a good excuse for that.
Excuses coming out. Brilliant. Any more?
I've done a treadmill. I've gone for a walk in the park. And this is third exercise. So.
You'll be super fit. So if anybody's not doing the 30-day Sulim Tao challenge, this will really help with your turns. So a couple of things that I'm seeing. Obviously, everybody's at different levels here, but the main things are Ben. I think you were doing this a little bit, so you kind of tilting your pelvis forward. Try and keep sitting up. A couple of people have pointed out already, the feet are a bit too close together. So what happens when your feet are too close together? You end up leaning to get your upper body out. So make sure that your feet are wide enough that you can shift your weight over each leg. And the third main thing is people just weren't sinking low enough. So this is obviously much easier than this, especially after 10 minutes. But again, that's why we're going to do the 30-day challenge in your basic stance. When you can do this for 30 minutes, which hopefully we'll be able to do if we do it over the next 30 days, we're all going to improve in terms of our stance and sinking our energy down. And that's going to translate into everything, turning and stepping as well. So just getting your energy, getting your body as low to the ground as possible is going to mean you'll train your legs much harder. You'll have a more solid stance, and obviously everything else will work better as well. Okay, so those are the main things. So then we'll take this back and go back to turning, tan and punch, which was the original question, Don. And we'll go back to the upper body. But on the whole, everybody's footwork was good there. So well done.
Okay, thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yeah. But do keep drilling them. Okay, so turning, tan and punch now. 1 to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. I'm just going to have a look at everybody. That's good, Dom. Obviously, we need to pressure test this as well with a punch, which we can't do. If you've got a dummy,
earlier on, broomstick went flying. Almost hit my phone.
If you've got someone to share a house with, just try and get them to throw a punch at you. See if it works.
Let me throw a punch at them.
Yeah, that's the best way. Or if you've got a dummy, you can test this out on your dummy. Just doing a turning, tan and punch against one of the arms.
I've got a couple of kids. Does that count?
No. That might be termed abuse, Dom. I'm not sure.
Child, I'll climb up the road. Can you be on lockdown?
Ask Bill. It's frowned on. I know that.
Political correctness gone mad, isn't it?
Okay, so what we did as well last week was our turning from a punching position into another punching position with Mun Sao. So we did this, I think we did this last week.
Yeah.
So I think it might be a good idea just to go over that again and just to see how everybody's doing on that. And then we'll have any Q&As and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Okay. So we want to be in Bumar facing this way or across the camera. So think of you punching, put yourself in punching position in Bumar. So your heels are in line, your front toe is turned in, your weight's on your back leg and your front knee is bent. Okay, but your shoulders are facing this way through your legs. That's it. And then from there, just allow your hands to swing. Throw into Mun Sao, which is similar to our Bong Sao position. And then relax back into our punching position. Okay, and then the same on the other side. So we're swinging, and then we're dropping. Swing your arms, and then drop them. Swing, and then drop. Swing, and then drop. And just run through that in your own time. So try and do it as well, looking at the target. Look for where you're hitting. So it's difficulty is we're looking at the screen, but look for where you're hitting. So imagine someone's about to hit you from behind. Get your head round as soon as you can. So you're swinging through with your arms, swinging through that line. And you should be turning as you were before with your turning stance. Sinking down. Just keep running through that.
I keep wanting to open my fingers on my right hand when I do it, which is on my left. It's more of a side one, a gun.
Right. Yeah. Our hands should be open. So we've got our punching position here, but when we're swinging through, the hands are open. So we're opening our hands, swinging through. Energy on the end. That's Mun Sao, asking hand, and then you're dropping into your fists again. So we're swinging through, hands, energy on the end, and then dropping into your position. So you're opening your hands in between. And this is kind of just what you might use to get from punching, looking this way to looking this way. So you'll use this just to change on a turn, just to clear out anything that might be coming in. That's good, Richard. Good, Ian. Just exaggerate your backhand as well. That's better, Ian. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. You're talking to. I have to shout out your names. It's like school, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Vincent. Dom, relax your hands a bit more. So you're kind of tensing up and clenching. Just allow them to swing. Just allow them to swing for now. Obviously, we can tighten that up as we go along and bringing this backhand up like this, but just let the weight of your arms create the momentum. So we're just allowing them to swing through. So don't try and put any power into it, Dom. Just allow them to swing, and that's going to generate some energy in itself. So,
am I right to go? Is that all right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you need to get off, just.
Cool. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys, take care.
Take care, Mohammed.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. If I suddenly disappear, my battery's gone.
Yeah. Okay. No worries, Bill.
Okay.
No problemo.
I'm watching Terminator.
I didn't know you had a battery, Bill. Powered down. Cool. Well, they all look really good. Well done. Couple of points. Make sure this comes all the way up. So this Mun Sao position should go further than the Gardan position. So this is your Gardan position. Mun Sao is blasting through that. So you're covering any attacking lines that there might be. So your Gardan wants to come up as well, and your Mun Sao wants to clear through that straight line position. So you're going past the line with both hands of your punch and your backhand. Okay, just so you're making doubly sure that nothing's going to get in the way. Nothing's going to come through, and then dropping back down into that position.
So you're pointing your fingers towards the sky at the end.
Yeah, with the guard hand here.
Yeah.
So I'm swinging both hands up, and then I'm dropping in. So that's my normal guard hand. That's my Mun Sao. So it's a little bit higher than my guard hand might be. Okay, so shall we finish with some punches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So together. Yuji Kim in Ma. Punching positions, singles, 1 to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, pull your arms back, close your stance, and we shall finish there. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Tim.
Tim, thank you. See you later.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
See you next Tuesday. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see you Tuesday if you're on the Tuesday call, or I'll see you next Thursday, or drop in on any of the 12:30 sessions this week.
Oh, yeah, as well, yeah. Okay.
Have you sent invites up yet for next Tuesday's lesson?
The invites that's a seniors only class that I'm doing on a Tuesday. So if you've got an invite to that, I will be sending it out each week. So I may not
I got one last
link
Tuesday.
out yet.
I wondered if you sent out this next week's one yet.
So yeah, I've probably got that to do yet. So I'll make sure you get that. Don't worry.
Also, I'm pretty much free anytime, really, as such. So just let us know when you're free to do that Zoom thing.
Yeah, I mean, anytime's good for me, Dom. Send me an email. Maybe tomorrow we could just do a quick call and I'll have a look at your form.
Yeah, thanks. I'll also let you know what mistakes I've made as well, because I've made some mistakes in there. I noticed it after I did it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, you'll spot it. That's the good thing about it, is when you start videoing yourself, it does make you more aware of what you're doing wrong. So, you know, it's quite an effective tool, I think.
Yeah, one of them I shouldn't have actually made, but we'll get into that when the time comes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go and get some food. So I'll see you later, and everyone take care and keep safe.
Cheers.
Yeah. See you next week.
Pleasure again. Thank you.
Cheers. Yeah. Thanks, Ian. I'll see everybody next time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tim.
Ciao.
Good to see everybody. Bye for now.
You too. Bye.